Hi, this is Ned from Magic of Wheels. Today, I'm servicing Orient Vintage Power Reserve caliber 46N45. This is part 3 of 4 videos focusing on lubrication and reassemble. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2 already, I will put the link in the description section below. And please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. I'm not a professional, I'm a hobbyist. Today I am servicing Orient Vintage Power Reserve caliber 46N45. This is part 3 of 4 videos, lubrication and reassemble. The lubricants I am going to use today are Mobius 9010. Instead of D5, I am going to use Mobius 9104 or HP 1300. The reason I changed because D5 has mixture of natural oil, which is sensitive to temperature, while Mobius 9104 is synthetic oil. Basically, 9104 lasts longer than D5. I shall share my experience later in this video. That's Mobius 9415, Mobius Grease 9504, Mobius Braking Grease 8212. Lastly, Mobius 8200. As always, I start off with cleaning the bench. I put decent amount of Mobius 8200 onto watchmaker paper and run that lubricant throughout the length of the mainspring. Before I use Mobius 8212, I stir it until I get the emulsion-like texture. Since there are no grooves in this barrel, I put Mobius 8212 5 spots onto the wall of the barrel. I am hand coiling mainspring into the barrel. For this particular one, the spring will be coiled clockwise. I give it a clean. I'm fitting the arbor. I'm making sure that the arbor hooked to the spring properly. Make sure the barrel is closed. I always change the new finger cuts at this stage. Let's start reassemble. Start off with the center wheel and the center wheel bridge. Mobius 9104 for the center wheel. Mobius 9104 to the arbor. I'm fitting the main spring barrel. And that's the click. I'm making sure it lines properly. That's the escape wheel. That's the third wheel. I put Mobius 9010 onto that bump of the second wheel. I'm fitting the second wheel. I pick up some dust using vertical. I'm fitting barrel and train wheel bridge. I'm checking if all the staff sit nicely into the pivot holes. I'm checking the operation again, and that's what you want to see. That's the juice for the escape wheel. I'm cleaning the juice and make sure it dries properly. I put Mobius 9010 onto the jewel. I'm putting the jewel back and make sure it's locked. That's the jewel for the third wheel. And I repeat the same process. Clean, dry, and oil. A touch of Mobius 9010. I'm checking the operation again. Mobius 9104 between the barrel and the bridge. Tiny amount of Mobius 9104 for the ratchet wheel. Can you hear that swoosh sound from the train wheels? Mobius 9010 for the second wheel. Let's hear that swoosh sound again. Hush now. So satisfying. Let's continue with transmission wheel bridge. That's the ball bearing holder, and is held by 3 screws. Let's work on the mechanism on the other side of the transmission wheel bridge. Mobius 9010 on that stud. That's the pawl lever. I temporarily fit the transmission wheel to locate the actual location of the pawl lever. That's the transmission wheel cover to keep the pawl lever in place. Now, I slide the transmission wheel in, making sure the levers engage both sides of the transmission wheel. I give it a clean with dust blower and vertical. Mobius 9010 for transmission wheel. I use vertical to wipe away the excessive oil. I'm fitting the transmission bridge. Mobius 9010 to that transmission wheel. I'm checking the overall operation. I'm fitting the pallet fork. That's the pallet bridge. I put a tiny amount of Mobius 9415 on the exit groove. I manipulate the pallet fork. I repeat the process a few times to ensure every tooth of the escape wheel got lubricated. Let's work on the dial side. Mobius 9104 for the center wheel. Mobius 9104 on the other end of the barrel. Mobius 9010 on the escape wheel. And Mobius 9010 on the third wheel. Let's clean and lubricate the Inca block. After cleaning, I blow dry the parts. Once dry, I put Mobius 9010. Let's work on the keyless work. Mobius 9104 to the stud for the yoke. That's the Mobius grease 9504. Now engage the spring. I use vertical to clean up the excessive oil. Mobius 9504 on the winding stem. And that's the sliding pinion. I put the tip of the winding stem into the hole. Also make sure the yoke is in the groove of the sliding pinion. Mobius 9504 into the groove of sliding pinion. Mobius 9504 to where the setting lever engages with the yoke. That's Mobius 9104. That's the setting lever. Now engage the setting lever and the yoke. Clean up the excessive grease. Mobius 9504 onto the setting lever and the yoke. That's the yoke holder. I'm testing the operation. Mobius 9104 for the minute wheel. That was a bit too much. Mobius 9504. That's the cannon pinion. I'm fitting the minute wheel, Mobius 9104, and that's the hour wheel. That's the calendar intermediate wheel. Let's work on the power reserve mechanism. That's the power reserve indicator transmission wheel. I put Mobius 9504. That's small transmission wheel. That's the power reserve indicator wheel. The transmission wheel hook onto the indicator wheel. And the wheels engage inside. That's Mobius 9104. Since the transmission wheel hook onto the indicator wheel, it won't fall down when you hold it upside down and fit it. Make sure the tiny indicator points towards you. That's the auxiliary plate. That's the calendar driving wheel. The calendar jumper spring. That's Mobius 9504. I'm holding the spring while placing the calendar wheel. When the calendar wheel sits in place, I release the spring to engage with the calendar wheel. Now I'm checking the operation. The date change at midnight. And the quick set date change. I'm fitting the calendar holder. Let's put the beat to the movement. I'm fitting the balance complete. I'm gonna clean up the cap juice and put some lubrication. I use vertical to remove the cap juice. That's Mobius 9010. I'm fitting the juice back. And the moment of truth. Finish up with fitting the oscillating weight. That's all today video. Lubrication and Reassemble. Orient Vintage Power Reserve Caliber 46N45. See you again in part 4 video, regulating and casing up. Thank you for watching. When passion and hobby collide, I'm Ned from Magic of Wheels.